And we're live.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome, my friends. Oi, stole me line.
Yes,
How are we?
I'm good.
We good?
I'm pretty damp.
Pretty damn. You've been out fishing. We've got Dobbs on here today. Been wanting him on for fucking ages. Finally, he's on.
Made the trip.
It's
a long trip.
Yeah, I stopped off and jumped in the ocean for fun. Nah, I took my daughter fishing.
Yeah, it's mine.
She likes it. Which amazes me, to be honest, because she's like scared of bugs and insects and all that sort of stuff. But as soon as it's got like a tail and it swims,
True.
yeah.
No fear of fish.
No, she'll like the waves are crashing right next to her, and she's only 3, and she's standing in them, and I'm like, come back here.
Damn. So no fear of water.
No.
Damn. Yeah, I got a big fear of water. my like, yeah, fuck water. I can't do that. For a 3-year-old to be able to not give a fuck about it,
Yeah.
it baffles me.
I love water.
Yeah, I don't
can
get
walk
it.
all day.
I love water too. Like I've always loved the water, but like it's like a little. Like me and my nana almost drowned on my 14th birthday. Like on the day we went
Damn.
swimming and we got caught in a rip.
Fuck.
And yeah, they kind of put a bit of dampener on the being in the water, but it didn't stop me like fishing and things like that.
Yeah. I've almost drowned in H2O pool.
H2O pool.
Yeah, the wave pools came on, and I dived under the water, and they have like these big foam flotation things, and they're huge. And they like a whole bunch of them went over my head, and people were on them, and I couldn't like get out of the way.
Yeah.
Like just finally.
I had that when I was a little. Every kid, you have not been a kid in New Zealand pools until you've had that experience. Where you've gone underneath, you've gone to come up, and some dickhead has put the foam whatever over the top, like one of those little ones, one of the big alligator ones.
Yeah, those like, and it was like, oh no. And there was heaps, and like, no matter which way I went, because I was like out of breath, and I was coming back up, and I'm like,
Oh no! Oh no! Or
Yeah.
like, if you're me, you can't open your eyes underwater. If you got no goggles, bro, you're
Yeah.
blind. You're blind.
I remember, Airplane Island out by Kapiti?
Yeah.
Yeah. We went out there on a boat, and we like, I guess, anchored up just off of it.
Mm.
And then, I was like just swimming down on the anchor, like down on the rope, down to the bottom, and then all that. There's like a good, like, I don't know, close to maybe 10 meters, like, just
Did your
going
ears
down.
like?
Yeah, they were hurting, and it was getting real cold down there. It was nice and warm at the top, but it was cold down the bottom.
Well, the best technique when you're diving down is you like hold your nose and like push air
Yeah.
out of your ears, and you have to do that like every 30 seconds. But yeah, like everyone's had that experience. Oh, I can't believe you went down the anchor though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't have done that as a kid. I would have been like, no. I struggled jumping off Eastbourne Wharf.
You see, I struggle jumping off the wharfs, but like just out there, I was like, I can see everything around me jumping into the wharf. You can't really see out there. It was real clear water out where I was, so I couldn't see like no stingrays or sharks. So it was fine.
See, it was great.
Like jumping into like the Petonia, or what do you call that? The harbour?
What, out of Wellington?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Days Bay and Petonia would be the harbour, I guess, part of the harbour.
Well,
It's
just
just real dark green
the
water.
extended
You can't
part
see
of the
nothing.
harbour?
You can't see nothing under there with goggles on or anything, but you could see it out where I was.
Is that the part of the wharf that's closed down now?
Yeah.
Because what was that? Why did they close that down again?
Earthquake.
Yeah,
they
wasn't it?
Strengthen it.
Yeah, it was
I think
earthquake
they're gonna
thing.
like strengthen it instead of like just tearing the whole thing down and rebuilding it. Just strengthen it some more.
Just rebuild it.
I should.
Yeah.
Start from the bottom. Just
Yeah.
make your way up like
Smash,
a good
just
foundation.
just smash those piles deep into the sea floor.
Just smash them. How big are those things? Like
Just smash them.
Expensive. Like,
Just get out the hammer.
Something like that. Just have some big machine just on a boat.
yeah, fair enough. That'd be expensive though. Like I'm not sure we just have that lying around.
Yeah. Oh no, we just spent like 14 million on a fucking skate park.
Anyway.
True.
We have taxpayers' money that goes towards stuff that doesn't.
Yeah, well, we
affect
spent a
us
few
half
million
the
on
time.
that skate park that just got opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, then they still can't just like make another racetrack somewhere else out in the middle of nowhere.
No,
Yeah,
because that'll
yeah.
disturb nature.
Yeah.
Disturb nature.
They had one, didn't they? Out somewhere.
Yeah, up oh, like to that side of town, up those hills.
Karori,
Yeah,
Tiaways.
that sort of area.
Yeah.
There was slipways
They
up
had,
that
like,
way.
Yeah, they had like a drift track out there in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Oh,
and then people
right,
complained
right.
that it was hurting the
What?
birds'
Yeah,
ears or
what
something.
happened was.
the bird's ears.
Yeah. What happened
Let me
was.
guess, a little birdie told them.
the fucking
I've seen
No,
videos of it. It
the
looks so
the track
cool.
was out there, and then a nature reserve built next door, and then complained about the noise from the track, which they knew were there prior to building,
Yeah.
and got them shut down. Yeah.
That, oh God.
So now we don't have a track around here.
That's the thing. Well, that's one thing I don't agree with. Like,
Doesn't Kaitoki have a track?
Yeah, like a go-kart track.
Surely that's wide enough to get cars racing around it.
Yeah, you wouldn't have overtaking though.
Yeah, just drifting around it.
Yes, a single car. Yeah, if you had a small car,
Yeah.
probably not a huge car. Like Stadium might be pushing it, but you know, like little cars. Yeah, you could have a little. It's just a go-kart track, really. So don't know how well it would
I
work.
don't know. They really should have done something with.
Is
Is it? I mean,
it's being.
I feel like they should have
like it.
left or done something at the speedway, because how they do the drifting there. They should have done something and left that.
Oh
yeah, I remember that.
Because I think they still have the concrete pad in the middle constantly. They should have let that open, like maybe once a month. Just let
Well, the
cars
thing I
go there
didn't
and do burnouts.
understand-
Like maybe let them go do burnouts there the night that Speedway's on. Like before the Speedway starts, let people go out there, pop a few sets, and then Speedway
Yeah,
can start.
that'd be the like you'd make so much money. Like
People would pay to enter their cars to go and do that.
yeah, you'd make money off the cars. You'd make
Yeah.
money off the spectators. You'd
I'd
make
go.
money off the
I'd
food.
go,
and
I'd
the
go to the
booze.
Speedway to watch people do burnouts.
it'd be sick.
But I'm pretty sure that they don't want nothing of it. They don't want nothing to do with to help the car scene or anything.
No, they don't.
No.
Yeah.
They really don't. They don't want anything to do with it. They hate people that are in the car scene.
Well, I mean, there's a like. So I used to live with a cop, and as soon as he found out my like history, so to speak, he got a bit upset. And like as soon as I bought my R33 Skyline, he had something to say about it, and I was like, it was bone stock, 20E. Auto.
They should have stopped
Four
shit.
door.
Series 2?
Series 1.
Oh, okay, not as bad.
Yeah, Series 1. But like that, I had a mate who's like worked on Skylines for ages, and I loved the Skyline. Like I pulled it apart, like pulled everything apart, completely pulled apart the engine. Every little component was cleaned, oiled, greased, put in place, like checked, I'd gapped everything, like it torqued everything, rebuilt everything, because I had just one arm at the time. Well, not just one arm. This isn't like a new growth.
Whoa, stem cells.
Yeah.
Science, man.
It's gone so far.
Yeah. No, I had my arm almost cut off by a window frame, and yeah, that I was building my Skyline in my spare time, living off ACC, and as soon as this cop saw my Skyline, he was like, "Nah, I don't want my grandson in it." And I was like, "Well, you don't have a say, because I'm the dad, you're not." And yeah, no, he ended up like pretty much hating me for having a Skyline. Like I was like, it's not even modded. I don't go out and street race. Like he sees me at home all the fucking
Yeah.
time. I'm barely allowed to drive it because I got one arm.
Just judged off a stereotype.
Yeah, and like, well, I've had this tattoo for ages, and heaps of people have judged. Like they see that and they're like, "Oh, you're a bit of a hoon." I'm like, "What? No."
Bit of a hoon.
Bit of a hoon, and I'm like buying some wedges at the supermarket
Yeah.
or something. Like, bro, no, I'm not a hoon. I'm just a normal dude.
I just like
I
cars.
just like cars. Well, I like everything. I like boats, cars, But most of all, I like being outside, away from TVs and things like that.
Yep.
There's one thing I hate is like I can't sit there and watch TV unless it's like a good movie. If it's like a mean movie.
Yeah. Good
it's
movies
got
are
my
a good
attention.
movie.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I can't just sit there and watch something mindlessly like that.
Mm.
Like I've gone through that $800 Subi with a fine tooth comb and like done everything as well as like checking all the rubbers and the doors and like putting it all in place so it closes nice and soft. And
Yeah.
got to sort out the boot area, but like that car's like pretty much mint.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to go. So, if I got a boat, would you come out fishing?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me.
I love going on boats. It's fun.
Yeah. I want to get this. So my dream now that I've got that Subi, I had to get a 4-wheel drive, right? And on the way, this is already on the way for it. I don't know if I've told you, but I've got a 3-inch billet lift kit coming for it. So that's going to lift it up. And then I got 31s to go on it. And like plastic guards to go up underneath.
Yeah.
So it's going to be lifted.
31s.
With 31s.
31s. Damn.
On a Subaru Legacy.
Yeah.
2000, yeah.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, I know.
This is gonna be sick.
And then I'm gonna need an unorthodox sticker just
Yep.
to put on. But yeah.
Yeah, actually, I need to get a couple of stickers made up.
Well, because the plan was to build that, and then next thing, once that's finished, like it's cheap build. I'm not gonna do anything after that. It's just gonna stay a lifted Legacy with a 2.5 litre motor and all that sort of stuff. It's gonna stay order. I don't give a shit. What's gonna go behind it is a boat. And it's not going to be like an expensive boat. It's just going to be an inflatable boat with an outboard, so I can get out on top of the water.
Yep.
And have 1 or 2 people in it. Like
Yep.
go for
That's all you need.
Actually catch fish, or go up to take a road trip up somewhere, sleep in the back of the Subi, and go to islands, like jet around little islands and hunt on the islands and things like that. Like up in Bay of Islands, there's heaps of islands you can go and hunt on legally.
Yep.
Because they're dock protected. So. Yeah.
Main. Would you get into diving?
Yeah, I love diving.
Yeah?
I got all my diving gear too.
Main.
Yeah, I got all that. That's actually what got me into like fishing and stuff, because I was always a swimmer. Like,
yeah.
My mum was almost in the Olympics for New Zealand, and my dumb ass came along and screwed her chances up. She got pregnant with me.
Yeah.
She was quite young, and yeah, she was a real fast swimmer. Like she could waste me in the lanes when I was using flippers as a kid.
Chat.
She would annihilate me. She was so fast that I didn't understand how. But then I started doing swimming. Like, I thought I was slow, but I started doing swimming at school. I was like smoking kids. And I was like, oh,
Same.
like, oh, you guys are slow. I'm not.
Yeah, whenever we did swimming lessons at school, that everybody was being taught how to swim, and seeming they were being taught by my swimming instructors. I know how to swim, so I was just got told, well, go do your training that you're going to be doing tonight after school. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, whatever. Yep.
Double up days.
Just laps.
Yeah.
Just laps. What's their learning? So I'm just swimming laps.
Yeah. So like, there's one thing that I like learned as a kid that made me like think, oh, I definitely can free dive. And that was like, I was like 12 or 13, and David Blaine came out with that video where he held his breath for like
72
or 72
yeah,
minutes
yeah,
or something like that.
No, yeah,
Or something.
he yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. It was a decent amount.
Yeah, and like,
I could be getting confused with his ice water thing.
Oh, his ice water thing was.
They went on for days.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Slow his heart rate and all that. But like he came out with that holding his breath thing for like in that bowl thing for ages, and I watched that and I was like, I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And like I did heaps of research and all this sort of stuff. I used to like this back in the days of dial up.
Yeah.
Dad to like connect me up to the internet. Mum to stay off the phone. So it was like very scarce opportunities.
Yeah.
And I'd be on the internet trying to learn about this and all this sort of stuff. It took me years. By the time I was like 16, 17, I could hold my breath for 4 minutes. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do some like mean free diving now and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, went free diving for the first time when I was 18 up in Auckland out of this place called Whangara, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't that. Well, it was pretty, but like it wasn't rough. And I got heaps of seafood and loved it. So I was like, yep, so I'm gonna do
Mate.
this more often. Yeah, this time where I almost got fucking bitten by a shark.
Fucking
But
hell.
that's because I was like a cabbage and I was like killing them in the water.
Oh, yes.
And like whatever I was catching, I was like dealing with it in the water, so I didn't have to throw anything away. But it was bellying up everything.
No,
Yeah, yeah, all the
And
blood.
Then, yeah, and then like I'm just swimming around. I'm pretty sure I cut myself a couple times.
Mhm.
And, like I'm swimming around, and then I just see this like fin, like tail fin, sort of like flick out, and I was like, oh shit, and sort of just veered that way a little bit. And got out and looked up, and I could see this little fin just like fucking off in the distance, and I was like, time to go home.
Jeez. Yeah.
Never come across a shark.
Well, do you think you'd be scared though? Do you think like if you saw a shark you'd be
Yep.
scared?
If I could tell what types of sharks, if I could like know what species,
But
yes
that-
and no.
But that's
Because
the thing, you can't.
I know because like there's a lot of sharks that will just attack
Mm.
you, and there are ones that won't attack you.
Yeah.
Like
Most
the
of
great,
them won't.
like the great white doesn't want to attack us; it just thinks we're something else half the time.
Snake.
And
Yeah.
it's like, you aren't what I eat.
Yeah,
Yuck.
So like,
Yeah, I'd probably freak out a little bit, but I wouldn't like try and thrash around like crazy
yeah,
because I'd probably
that attracts.
get us attention.
Yeah,
Like, just like, oh,
Oh shit!
swim back.
I'm a starfish.
Just like try to keep everything around me. Like, at least if I see you in front of me, I can bop you in the nose.
Well, the correct thing to do is when they come at you, you like put your hand on their right side, on their left side of their face, and you like roll with them, and as they go away, you like slap the tail bit, because that'll like piss off sort of thing.
Mm.
Fuck off. I'm faster than you sort of stuff. Yeah.
That's
Or-
interesting.
Or it could be that if you do that, you gon' get bit.
Okay, so it's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like a 50-50.
It could work really well and you've got a cool story, or it's going to be a cool story that you're not going to be able to tell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like,
Wonder how big of a shark you could put your hands into. I know they're gonna get cut up no matter what.
put
If you-
your hands into.
Yeah, like it came down to bite, and you just went. "Ugh." I know you're gonna cut your fingers up and shit, but if you're strong enough to break its jaw,
Well,
No, I feel like its jaws power is going to be pretty rough.
bite
Our jaws
strength
are already
of
pretty
shark-
strong.
Yeah, the bite strength of sharks is fucking awful.
Ridiculous.
Like, I've been bitten by a barracuda, and that bite strength is like quite light. And let's just say, after I got it detached, that's the first time I've kicked a fish back into the water.
dead.
I don't know, but like, whether it was a waste or not, like I was bleeding a lot because of the little fucker, and so I dropped it and kicked it, and I was like, "Oh, you didn't quite think about that, did you?" Like, you just kicked a fish back into the water, it's probably dead.
I've heard you can't eat barracuda anyway. You can only eat them in
You
certain,
can eat any
certain
fish.
No, I heard it's real
temperature.
tough. Like
Yeah.
barracudas are incredibly
barracudas are
tough.
filled with maggots.
Oh, and parasites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you catch them in certain temperature waters, you can eat them, but like, around New Zealand,
Yeah,
it's too
yeah,
cold
no,
and
no.
it's filled with
You
parasites.
wouldn't want to eat one, but I've heard that their meat is just tough because all they are is muscle, right? It's just a fuckload of muscle,
Yeah.
and it's being used all the time for its power and strength. So it's just so tough,
Mm.
like eel. Eel's the same. Eel's real tough,
Nah.
unless you smoke it.
yeah. There you go.
My dad got bitten by an eel.
Yeah, I've been bit.
We were out
Have you
power
not
fishing.
had your toe bitten by eel?
No, we were out getting power, and he put his hand in a hole and pulled it back out, and it was just all ripped up, and he saw like an eel swim away, and he's like, "Oh, that's me done for the day. Go get my 10." I was in the water.
Yeah. No, I tell you what, the hardest like thing I've ever had to get with my hands is crayfish. Because as soon as you touch those massive feelers, those little bitches are like back into their little holes, and they just like come out just to the edge of their house or whatever you call it. And like,
You can't grab their feelies as well because they'll just fucking break.
Or there's been tons of times where I've gone like had my hand like this, ready to grab a crayfish. Its head will be up, its feelers will be out here, and I'm like ready to go underneath and like scoop it out so I can just grab it. And I'll go to do it, and I'll end up just going punch because the crack that they're going back into is like this big. And my hands.
So you just hit a wall every time.
Then I have to
Little fuckers.
Yeah. Then I have to, because every time I hurt myself, I have to go to the surface and be like, fucking ow, because like you can't help the oxygen that gets used up when you're sore. Starts racing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And like suddenly all your lungs like contract. It feels like, and you're like.
Fuck.
Power's a fucking bitch. If you don't get them off straight away, then they're like, I'm not gonna let go of this. And it's like, you're trying to get the knife back on. It's like, come on, come on.
I've had that before, but I was using like a plaster as
we used the plaster.
I rocked up to try and scoop it up, got it stuck under the lip, and it went solid. But I couldn't get my fucking spatula back, and I'm like diving for a good 3 minutes trying to get the cat. Ended up getting, because he was legal size, I thought, what's the worst that can happen? And I smashed it and peeled him off, and then I put him in my bag anyway. And he was still good when I got home. Like, I ate him. It's not cruelty. I was going to get my plastering thingy back either way.
You're going to get that power no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one part of life I'm not going to experience in a hurry. It's anything to do with water.
You don't even have to get into deep water for power, but there's a lot of seaweed and stuff around, so like something will touch your foot and you can freak out.
Yeah.
yeah, even today.
And there's so much starfish there as well.
Yeah. When I was standing in the water today, I had my legs in the water. I was wearing shoes. Like, I have a specific pair of shoes for when I go out surf casting. I didn't expect to get as wet as it did, and there was waves like crashing into my chest and shit. And I was like, oh well, plan to stay dry. That's why I'm in like summer clothing right now, because this is all I had in my car. It's freezing outside.
Yeah, it's so cold.
I'm so thankful for your heater.
$11 heater.
I'll be sitting here.
Yeah. Ripping one of the blankets off the wall.
Yeah, I just need borrow. But it sounds like great in here.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's a little bit more to go. The concrete wall behind me is not the greatest. Everything just bounces off of that. So I get a lot of echo from your side because it's bouncing off from behind me.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's getting there.
Yeah.
And it hasn't cost me too much either. Like the floor, like 4 of those rubber panels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was $20. So it's like I paid. I know it was like $11. Yeah, for 4 of them. So I paid fuck all for the entire lot. They're not going to last forever, but
no, these are
does the job.
These
Not
are
on
great.
concrete.
I used to sleep on these back in the day, like back when I lived in like meth dens and things like that.
Jesus, I'm gonna say it don't sound good if you're sleeping on these, man.
Yeah, no, I was sleeping straight on them with a blanket over me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
No, the rough days was when it would rain and you'd wake up and everything's wet and you're like sleeping in like this much water.
Oh my god.
Before, this is like when I was like 16, 17.
Shit.
Like still working. Oh, actually no, sorry, between 15 and 16. Still working at BP and just getting into the P. So you know,
Yep.
going whole hog, doing real stupid shit like sleeping on floors with this. But yeah, like no, yeah, I love the way this like. I've spent so much time in garages, but this is the nicest garage yet.
That's quite cool, eh?
Yeah.
I like it. I'm pretty proud of it. it's getting there and it's forever changing. I like the fact I've got heaps of random things around because I just change them up every now and then. And a lot of the time they're just conversation starters if need be.
Yeah. Well, yeah, awesome.
So yeah, there's a few pieces I need, like matching cameras and tripods and shit like that. But she's getting there. I've got matching mics now, which is good. We started off with some pretty crap ones, and now we've got these.
These are awesome. Like,
yeah,
gotten everything. Like, I've listened to every single episode, every single minute so far. And yeah, like I think this is fun. And it's
good.
Cool that you got the matching look.
Yeah.
Everything.
She's getting there.
It's got shitloads of screens.
You gotta get the third screen going.
I'm sure you can tell on your power bill when you've been doing the podcast the most.
Yes, yes you can. Yeah. Especially when the heater's on. It's gone up since using that heater now.
Well, no, see that like old me would not think about anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
go back even like 7 months, like just before I met my partner now and my 3 stepkids. I would not have thought about the power bill or anything like that.
Yeah.
But now, like everything I think about is like dad mode. Like I'm thinking about my car and I'm like, I just wanted to get me from A to B and look a bit cool.
And look a bit cool, yeah. That's all my car is. I haven't done anything since. I used to go ham on them, and now it's just a little cool looking car that gets me to and from work.
Yeah. Like, I don't get me wrong, I love my cars and I plan on having like a project car that I build a ridiculous motor in and all that sort of stuff. But I want to be that old fella with that car.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be the old fella running an SR20 deck fucking Hilux down the motorway or something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck yeah.
I've seen one of those, SR20 deck
Hilux.
in it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're good.
Back in the days of, like, when you turn up to, what's it called? What used to be the Turners.
Yep.
You turn up there, and then people would be, like, doing their things all around, and it was just a good vibe, like right at that spot. Like you park either side of the road, and people are just talking to each other across the road, and like racing and things like that.
Yep.
Oh, so much fun. I miss that. Now meets are too big.
Yeah.
We go to spots and
And you're not a hoon anymore.
I'm not
You know.
I'm an old man. I can't lose my license for my kids' sake. Like 5 of the fuckers.
I can't lose mine for my job.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the same here. I
Yeah.
need mine for work.
Yeah, like people like previous people that we've known that have hung out with us. They some people you know who knows that and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Because like that's just
It's a shame that we have to grow up to that reality because it really does.
exactly. And it
you know,
happens at different times to everyone.
yeah, people grow up that little bit,
Yeah.
and it's a shame that we have to, but unfortunately we do.
And then it disconnects us instantly from the people that are still able to
Yeah.
have like their freedoms and things.
That's
like
exactly it.
that. And it's hard. Like it's not that we don't like you; it's that we've got responsibilities.
Yeah.
And we need to fulfill them.
Yeah,
And like I hate being in Palmy and like away from like the crew when everyone's having like little meetups and like hangouts and other such various activities that
we do.
do.
Yeah,
I hate being so far away from it. But then I'm like, oh, Stephen's right over there.
Yeah.
I go see Stephen.
Yeah.
Can't walk and see Stephen.
yeah. My plan with the crew is to try and keep it low on North Island now, since it's going to be like that. So I'm going to try my hardest to make majority of things happen at least at the halfway mark, so it doesn't seem like such a distance, and we're all evenly kind of going the same sort of lengths to see each other, sort of thing. So
Yeah, that's awesome. And like that's what it needed to be the whole time.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
even back in the days when it first started.
But yeah.
Now I'm gonna sound old. When the page was first created, I was sitting right next to the dude creating
Yeah.
it. And I was like, well, this is gonna be some fun. I didn't know like it'd still be going on.
is it the names become bigger than us? Like
Oh, yeah. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying what it's become. It really is, and we're the cunts running it now.
It's like, I want to hang out with unorthodox. Like, you guys are unorthodox. Like, not unorthodox anymore. I just hang out with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the name's
Well, it's-
fucking
It's beyond
blown up.
beyond people now. Like it's insane.
To put it into perspective, right? I have a design from an artist of unorthodox that I'm going to get tattooed on me because that's like how hard like I feel about unorthodox, because it's been such a huge portion of my life.
Yeah.
Like huge. Like half of my life has been spent with unorthodox.
I wouldn't be where I am today without unorthodox.
Yeah.
I realised
Yeah.
for so many reasons without that part of my life I wouldn't be here doing this, doing anything. It's fucking insane.
I had like a year and a half hiatus where I just wasn't out and wasn't like part of it, and I still knew what was going on and all that sort of stuff, but like it made me realise too that I needed that group, because everyone there everyone that joins knows like that we're in it for each other, and
Yeah.
like, we've got each other's backs and all that sort of stuff. Like,
Yep.
always. Unless you do something stupid. If you
Yeah.
do something fucking stupid, bruh, you're on your own.
Yeah, and that's just the hierarchy it needed. Was just that little bit there of someone being able to step in and go, mate, pull your fucking head in, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I think we'll get it back to where it was. We just need to take it slow for now and get us to build ourselves up on the inside first.
I'm thankful that Steven's back.
Same, but it is different now. And he has to realise that. Just because it's only because he came back is the reason that the chat started going off again.
Yeah.
You know, like we have to work on ourselves before we really work on anything too big.
Yeah.
Can't just rush back into where we were.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I agree with his.
I love the
ideas.
enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, love the enthusiasm. Agree with the ideas and everything like that. But like, I myself don't even know how to process like organising a meet and things like that at the moment. Like I've been trying for ages to organise this day
Yeah.
thing, but like for the life of me, I just get lost in other things.
Yep.
That's one thing I find having kids. It's like you just don't even realise when time's gone. You're
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Which was why it becomes hard to organise things. Which is why like I'm happy like to organise the crew meet for Queen's birthday. If everyone can make it or not, like you know,
Yeah.
I'll set a couple of things up and end it with a feed, and no one has to worry about doing anything. If you can't make it, you can't make it. If you can,
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
See, because it'll be on Queen's birthday, I won't feel bad about leaving Mrs. home.
Yeah.
Because she wouldn't have worked the night before.
Yep. So no, that'd be mean.
Yeah. But yeah, being a stay-at-home dad is the weirdest experience of my life. That's all I have to say. Like,
Yeah.
I sit at home, but I'm not like resting. You know. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always on the clock.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I wake up at like between 5:30 and 7 every single day. I go to sleep at between 11 and 1 to 2 a.m. every day. Like, any minute space of time, and I'm always doing things with the kids.
Yep.
And, with my partner, and it takes up a lot of time. A lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
All the time.
It's good. Like I wouldn't have it any other way. Like,
Yeah.
Being from someone who's like had multiple encounters with other people who I've thought we've had the same sort of thing going. It wasn't that, but
Yep.
that's okay. Because like now that I've found it, I'm like, this is my situation. This is like I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. I like it, and I think being a stay-at-home dad is like what I should have been doing the whole time.
Yeah.
That makes me sound lazy though.
Well, it doesn't get like too repetitive, if it makes sense. Like, you know, you're doing obviously the same thing every day. You're looking after kids, obviously you're not doing the exact same thing every day, but you know, it doesn't become like too much of a loop for you.
I mean, it does, but that's why I like fishing.
Yeah,
Things like that, 'cause
it
then
cuts it away a bit.
yeah, like once every week or 2 weeks or something like that, I'll just say to the missus like, all right, cool. So you're working. You're going to work this time, and the kids will be at school, so I'm going to go out fishing. And she's
Yeah.
like, cool, sweet. She knows that she's going to come home and I will not have vacuumed. I will not have done the dishes. I will not have like
Yeah.
done anything like that I usually would do because I'm
Yeah.
out fishing.
It's your day off.
Yeah, but that's like also it's in the communication about it.
Yeah.
Like, because I've told her that I'm going out fishing, and because I've already spoken to her about like if I go out fishing, I'm not going to do any of the chores because I'm going to be out all day.
Yeah.
So some people might not understand. Like they might think I've gone out fishing for an hour and a half.
Mm.
I'm like, no, it takes me an hour to get to the fishing spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make use of that shit.
Yep. No, it just comes down to communication. I don't get why anyone has to be confused by anything, because everyone should just be able to talk about everything with no stigmas being involved.
Oh my god, I am blessed with a partner that can communicate directly with what she needs and is not afraid to tell me things. And that's I'm so thankful for that.
It's great, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the same. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
And
Like no
No.
matter what it is, like I have a lot of issues in my life that have happened and could still come back and bite me in the ass, you never know. Like the shit I dealt with in the past, it can always come back and bite me in the ass, like anytime. And I told her everything right off the bat, and she didn't like run away or anything like that. She was just like, well, thanks for telling me, like this is all my past too. And I'm like, what? Effective communication? What are you? What? What is this?
I'm second guessing getting with you now.
you ran away.
I don't like the sounds of that.
No, but like a lot of the things that I told her, people would turn up and like, off you go. Like if I told someone I'm with, like I'm an ex-meth addict. I'm being clean almost 5 years now. I have kids to multiple people.
Yeah.
Most people would be like, no thanks. Like,
Yeah.
I'll deal with that. See you later. And she's just like, cool.
Well, it's awesome, Someone realised that you've obviously worked through that.
Yeah. Oh well, it's always a process of working through everything. Like a lot of men in the country, I've struggled with my mental health a lot, and it took me a lot of alone time. Like, honestly, the first time I went out to the bush was when I was like at my worst, like ready to just like not come out of the bush.
Yeah,
sort
go
of
into the
thing.
bush and
Yeah,
then not come back.
Yeah, but I ended up going into the bush and like, it sounds like cliche, but like when I was in the bush, I found myself.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was like,
yeah. Nothing sounds stupid around here. I totally understand
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
There's so many things like that I try to explain, but there's no way to explain it without it sounding cliche, stupid, or silly.
Yeah.
But it's so true.
oh yeah,
It's so true.
and it's like, so I go to this place. It's in the White Upper, and like you go into Featherston. It's the first right, and you just hammer down that road and keep going.
Heading out to Ocean Beach and Lake
Yeah.
Ferry.
Keep going until the road literally turns into the beach.
Yep.
Like just keep going.
I've camped out there.
Yeah.
I've gone all the way out
Yeah.
there, then gone from the beach on bikes, gone right until you go all the way to farmland. And we jumped the fence into this guy's paddock and found this little cove by the stream and just camped in there. It was sick. I love it out there. It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Ridden bikes out there my whole life.
Yeah, well, like, I found that place when I was, 20, I think. And, like, I went out there because I just didn't want to be at home. I didn't want to be, like, around a lot of people. I wanted to be by myself. Like, I was, like, self-isolating. Like, my mental health was in a complete state, and I took nothing with me out there. And, like, I've always been interested in the outdoors and things like that. I've watched a lot of shows and things. But it wasn't until I was out there that I like fully realised how much I actually knew and how much I had already known before all the shows and things like that.
Yep.
And like how much I was meant to be in this situation. And like I camped in this place called Corner Creek Campsite, and it's like you're like in the bush, and then you walk across this like campsite, walk across a little gravel road. It's literally 100 meters, and then bam, you're in the beach.
Yep.
Looking straight at like you can see the South Island clear as fucking day, and got to morning. I'd been up all night just doing meaningless stuff, and it got to morning, and I walked out, saw that view, and I was just like, I'm like, this is where what I'm meant to do. This is where I'm meant to be all the time. It doesn't matter when I'm upset or when I'm happy or things like that. This is my place.
Just where you need to be.
Yeah, this is like, here I am. This is me right there. An outdoorsman who likes fishing, hunting, and
that's that's the spot.
Yeah.
I took the bike up the hill from the beach,
yeah,
and
nice.
I love it out there.
I've always wanted to ride bikes around there, and like now that I've ridden a road bike, I think I'll be sweet as riding a dirt bike. But like, I'm all about the fucking 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Camping, Going
Yep.
out camping in the back of your 4-wheel drive like that is so fun. Fun. Like even with the Subi Legacy that I got now, I'm gonna be doing that once it's.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Hey, I so can't wait.
Yeah.
We had a look at the map out Karapoti yesterday when we were out there to see ways that we could get in to get to Orange Hut, and it looks like coming in from like the Mungatuks on the other side is like going to be your best bet to get a car in there,
Yeah.
and then get to Orange Hut because you can't get a car in through Karapoti. I'm not sure if you can get in through Balls Run Road or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you wanted to go that way,
What was it, Millstream as well?
It was
Also,
like-
Millstream or something? I think
yeah, it was like 5 different ways into that hill.
see, I think that'd be a real
You could just walk.
podcast out in Orange Hut.
Oh yeah, it's happening. When we were out yesterday, we were like just walking through the bush talking, and we were like, "Fuck, we should just hit record on our phones." Like, yeah, it was just so easy. I mean, we said it to Aaron too when he was here last week. That we were gonna make this mobile. I was gonna grab a laptop, take one of the mics, take one of the cameras,
Yep.
just have the same software on it, and
Imagine
hit
that.
record.
Like, instead of the backdrop being this, it's just like one episode, it's just the bush.
The bush, yeah.
And be like, what?
Yep.
Where are they? That's green screen. No.
Actually in the bush.
Yeah.
No, I definitely want to do that. That'd be sick.
Well, I want to do it. I want to do a trip where we actually go and like stay in the hut and like enjoy it, being out there, like away from everything, but like all together still. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like it's just us. We don't need to worry about anyone coming and causing problems from the outside.
Yeah, nothing. That's what we felt when we walked into the bush yesterday. Just when we walked in there, it's just that disconnection from society. It was the whole weight of everything just being out here was just lifted for that moment while we're out there.
Yeah, so you know that disconnection from society. I crave that. A
Yeah.
lot. Like as soon as I'm out in public, honestly, I go out and do the food shopping, and I pick up the kids from school, from the bus stop where I don't have to interact with people, and I pick up Haley from daycare where I have to interact with people.
Mm-hmm.
2 out of 3 of those things I do like once a week, and I don't like it. Even when I have to do it once a week, I'm like, I don't want to have to do this.
Yeah.
I hate like interacting with people. I
Oof,
feel
yeah.
the judgment. Like,
Yep. No, me and Colt have recently been the same. We're addicted to that disconnection of society too. I feel like we need it to be able to balance out our minds. Like society's just too overwhelming.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I can't go out to like meets all the time.
Yeah.
Is because like it's very overwhelming,
Yeah.
and like a lot of bad shit's happened for me at meets.
Mm.
Like I had a heart attack at one. Like, you know, like died on the side of the road at Cornish. Like,
Sure.
wait, was it Cornish? Yeah. Oh no, it was Hub.
Yep.
Yeah, Hub. Yeah, Hub. End of the, well, not end of the road. The parking lot just before the bowl. Yeah, had a heart attack in my VR4.
Shit.
Someone who's a ex-paramedic, no, ex-firefighter, ex-volunteer firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing CPR on me, and they were saying like I couldn't feel a pulse. And like even when the ambulance got there, chucked the defib pads on, bzz, and I was still like, yeah, like still dead as a doornail. And
It drags, Jesus.
yeah. And then like there's been times where like people have pulled knives out on me and things like that, but
Yeah.
honestly that doesn't scare me. Like, no, but I look back at it now and I'm like, I can't have that happen now.
Yeah.
Because there's a risk of me getting hurt. And
Exactly.
if I get hurt, then my kids will lose out on something. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
I've never had any of that sort of stuff happen to me at drags, eh? I've always been fine. I used to have like no fear of being out at drags. I used to be loud and rowdy, and now I just kind of stay in my car.
Yeah.
But I've never had anyone like do anything at drags or attempt anything.
Because I'm a large white male.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is the case.
People target me pretty much ever since I was a kid. Like I was the 4th tallest in my school, and like my school was giant. Like,
Yeah.
You look at me, and you look at my family. Like me and my sister are up real high. Like me and my 22-year-old sister are the same height and same build, and she will like. If any dude messes with her, I'm sorry, man, but you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, no chance. But like, yeah, you get targeted a lot as someone like myself. But like,
Yeah.
people
Seen as a
don't-
threat.
yeah, well, but
It's the
people
alpha
don't
male
understand. I'm like so accepting of everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like,
It's just the body you're in.
yeah,
That's all it is.
It's the body I'm in, but like, I think of myself more as a teddy bear than any fucking.
Yeah.
It's like,
And that's how majority of us see you.
yeah, like, I'm real. Like, I'm loyal, and I will love you till the end of time. But if you're a person and you come try to attack the people or like have goes or something at the people that I care about or my little like coven, then I'm going to lash out at you, and it's not going to be nice.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And that's fair.
yeah,
It's fair. It's only but fair.
yeah. Well, it's happened out in public. So like my partner had someone start abusing her in public. Apparently it was someone she used to know and all that sort of stuff. And so I said, like, you know, mate, you need to calm down. You're being excessive now.
Mhm.
Like, you're in public. Everyone can hear you. You need to leave her alone. And I said it in a pretty similar tone, like,
Yeah.
not getting overexcited or anything.
Not
like that.
aggressive, just
Yeah. And he decides to push me and then like grab the scruff of my shirt, and
Mhm.
like he had like a finger on there, and then he got smacked away and wrapped up and
yeah.
choked out, and then security came and escorted him out. Because people were like standing there watching him, and they like people were like when they saw it happen, like this big rowdy guy like getting all aggressive and stuff, and then just lay down.
Yeah. I told you, be quiet.
I grew up in the hood, bruv. I may not look it, but I grew up in the hood.
Too good.
But yeah, like just being a white male in general, you get targeted
Yeah.
a lot. Like, it's unfortunate, but you know, people, everyone's got to have everyone's got to have a time where their complaint is the most heard, and
Yeah.
I agree. Everyone's words should be heard, but like some words should be thought about.
Before said.
Yeah, before.
But
said.
yeah, people should think out their sentences a bit better before they fucking say them.
Think a bit more carefully,
Yeah.
especially before you make laws about what people say.
The hate speech laws?
Yes.
Alright, I'd like to hear your opinion on this because I'm milking the fuck out of this topic right now because it's huge, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I've had some good
yeah.
conversations, but what's your opinion?
My opinion is, I think, so hate speech, my first question is, how's it policed? Who is the one that decides whether it's hate speech or not? Like,
Yeah, well, you heard what they've described as hate speech, eh? Or what Jacinda said is classified as hate speech.
No.
That you'll know it when you see it.
You'll know it when you see it.
That's what she said.
You'll know it when you see
And
it.
how do you interpret that?
What about the mob swastika flag? Is that hate speech?
I guess so. I guess I would see it as that. That
Well,
would
I
make
mean,
sense to be.
I see it as that already, but like, what if some dude, like, so you know, I'm from like an era where, like, you know, I'd watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's like a completely black cast with like
Yeah.
2 token white people who are like extremely comically white.
Yes.
And like, so when someone's like, have you seen Penny? I'm like, who's Penny? And he's like, the big black Tongan. I'm like, oh yeah, he's over there. Like, you know, I've always understood how to describe people by like, you know, or
Visuals.
yeah, visuals. Like he's a big black dude, big white dude, short white girl with blonde hair. Like,
Yeah.
if you're
You're not pointing out the
describing
fact that he's black. You're
Yeah.
just trying to describe someone.
someone- I'm not like
If he was white, you're going to say big white dude. Regardless. So no, I agree on. I 100% agree on that. That's not hate speech, and I personally wouldn't think it would be seen as hate speech.
Well, some people
Would it?
see it as offensive, though. Like,
Well, then it would come down to like,
there's things called like microaggressions, which is like where you shake the black dude's hand first, because in a line of like multicultural people or like white people and black people, if you shake the black dude's hand first, that's microaggression, because you're like sympathizing with the fact
that he's black.
And you're like
Yes.
going to him first, and I'm like, he's just at the front of the line.
Yeah, the reason it's gotten to that extent though is because we fucked it up too many times. We're like, we would make this right, and we didn't quite make it right enough, so we made it right again, and it still wasn't quite. And because we've done that, now we don't know what to do. Where initially we should have just not have made any sort of stereotypical stigmas ever, and just everybody's just a person on this planet living their life.
Yeah, just be like, think about the fact that
Who
the other
cares?
person has lives and has like potentially has kids, has families, has things that are going on in their life and things like that. Like when I'm having a really shit day, sometimes I notice I'm driving more aggressive and things like that, and I'm like, what if I cause a crash? Like the other person who dies isn't going to be like, isn't going to care because I'm mad. I'm still going to be dead. And like, I find myself thinking more and more like that. I think it's because I'm a dad, so like, that's how I have to think.
It is a good way to think
as well, because I notice a lot of kids are so fucking selfish nowadays.
Yeah.
Like selfish.
Very, very selfish.
And like, you could be in a family of 8 and you have 8 selfish kids, and you're like, what do you fucking mean? How do you survive? Like, when I was a kid, if you spoke with your mouth full at the table, that was like, no, that's not okay. If you smeared shit on the wall, you'd get a smack on the ass, because you know you're not just meant to smear shit on the wall. But now kids are like smearing shit on the wall, and they're getting the same punishment as they would as if they like ate with their mouth open.
Yeah.
Like,
nothing.
Don't do that.
Shouldn't do that.
Bro, like,
Make their face.
I was just gonna say, I don't want my kids to get taken, but but like, make them aware of the fact that they have done something wrong and get them to fix it.
Yeah, bro, manners, input, and shit need to be taught. Like that's something from the get go that need to be taught. Everyone just needs to be fucking polite, because like that's the only way that you're gonna get through life, actually getting along with anyone and being able to achieve anything, is just being just polite, because we're all fucking here to do the same thing. But that's a lot harder to realize as a kid, because the scale of the world isn't as big back then as it is for us now. So it's a bit harder for them to see, and because they don't quite have the self-awareness as we do now. But definitely manners is something that needs to be taught at minimum.
Well,
You can't just let them get away with everything, because that's never going to work.
My kids get the, you know, when they ask for an apple, if they don't say please, they don't get it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
Like, well, not like, you know, if you fuck it up once, you don't get it. It's like, you know, you don't get it until you say please.
Yeah.
And you also don't get it until I give it to you and you say thank you.
Yeah.
Like, you say it as I'm giving it to you, and I'm not going to put it in your hand until you say it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because I'm training them like animals.
Just pets.
You get this treat when you say thank you.
Yeah, and not to be like, you know, making it seem like that's how I view kids, but that essentially is all you have to do.
Yeah.
And you can bring them up and just teach them in ways like that, and they'll learn the basics, and eventually they're going to learn the rest for themselves. Not so much to learn everything for themselves. I grew up having to learn a lot for myself.
Oh yeah.
But fucking, you know, teach them everything they need to know, and teach them manners. And you can teach them manners and stuff by just using the same kind of techniques you'd use on pets. It's not saying they are, but
but it's
an easy way of doing it, and it works.
Humans are programmable.
Yeah, at that age they are, right?
Very much so.
Yeah.
If you like,
Now I'm trying to program myself, which is just the issue.
if you fuck up their sleep clock when they're little, like I've got 2 3-year-olds, right? I fucked up the sleep clock on one, and I didn't fuck up the sleep clock on the other. One of them is awesome going to sleep, and the other one is not. guess which one.
Yeah.
Guess which. Like,
Yeah.
like,
It's programmed.
yeah. I don't understand parents that are like, my 3-year-old goes to bed at 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? 7 o'clock in bed, all the way up to 7 years old. Like,
Yeah.
once you're 7 and you have a brain and you can start thinking about when you're going to bed and if you're tired and things like that,
Yeah.
then you can stay up till 7:30. And then
7:30.
I was like that.
Yeah.
That's how I was brought up.
Same.
I had, God, I think college is when my bedtime finally went away. I think,
Yeah.
or it was still like 9 o'clock. I had to be in bed.
It wasn't until I moved out that mine changed. I moved out at 14 though.
Yeah.
But like my mum and dad, it was like a curfew. I had to be home at 5. If I was home any later, I was in the shit.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get home by 5, then my bedtime was like the time that I was late earlier. My bedtime was earlier.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'd be going to bed at like 6:30. I'd be so late that I'd walk in the door and mum would just be like, go to bed. I'm like, what the fuck? 12 years old walking in from playing in the street. Like, my street was real quiet. Like, we played bicycle in the street, scooter, we threw stuff at the Indian lady. Like, just like, there was cliches in my street. Like, my street was a nice little dead-end street.
Yeah.
And, like, it was like your white picket fence American street.
Yes.
But, like, not in America.
Yeah.
Everyone that lived on the street got along. It was like, all, like on the surface, they all got along. I think it wasn't until I started fucking my neighbour's wife that the street started getting weird.
You don't say.
No, because I was getting a divorce. And like,
So that makes it better.
No, but like, they were getting divorced and she was in a separate house and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, already set up with her kids and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, so it wasn't you fucking her that made the street weird, it was the divorce that happened.
No, I think it was me. The street weird, because she was also sleeping with this dude that was across the road on the opposite side. And would, like, see me going over there. Like, I just had to jump at the fence and walk in the front door. And,
Yeah.
he would see me go over there, and then one night he like tried to step me out outside. And this was like a 45-year-old man. And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, I am in my prime. I will drop the fuck out of you, bro." And he just like hit me once in the face, and I dropped like a sack of potatoes, like as hard as he could. I was just, dunk, laying on the sidewalk outside the house, and I was just like, "Fuck this!" Like, I'm just gonna lie here. I'm not gonna get back up. I'm just gonna take that, and I'm gonna get him back later. And it started like a little war. Like, I'd let the dog out, and the dog would run over to his house and shit on his neck. And then I'd call the dog back, make it like, because I'd act like I wasn't anywhere near.
Yeah.
And my dogs always come back to
Yeah.
that sound. They'll
Yeah.
always come back. And
Just let him go and then call him back.
yeah. And then like, I could let him walk around the whole block, like our little hilltop area, and make that sound, and you just hear this like
Yeah, come back.
down the road, like next to cars and shit.
Yeah.
Like, not giving a crap. And yeah, like he shit on the lawn. That was Toffee. He was a good dog. Yeah. But
Good
yeah.
dog, shit on neighbour's lawn.
Yeah,
Good
well,
dog.
It wasn't until like I was 25, so last year, and this family moved into the house that guy was in, and it turns out that guy was actually not 45. He was like 30, 32 or something like that. Just looked real old. He was the brother of someone that died or something like that, and he got the house, and now that family was moving in to claim it, sort of thing. And I ended up becoming friends with the family. And, like,
shit.
hanging out with them and all that sort of stuff. So that was,
That's pretty funny.
yeah.
You ever get him back?
No.
No?
No.
Just
I
settled from
left
there?
it. Yeah, I just left it. I was like, it's not worth it. Like, I stopped going over there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he did, but like to me it wasn't worth it. I was just like, fuck it. Doesn't matter. Got bigger fish to fry. I think that's when I found out about Tinder or something. No, I think it wasn't too far away from when I met my partner now. So
Nice.
well, yeah.
Lived an interesting life, my friend.
Oh, that's just the start.
Yeah, exactly. You got lots to go.
Yeah. Well,
You once mentioned that you wanted to, like, you could help people with their addictions on things.
Yeah.
With how you could see it.
yeah.
I reckon you could talk on this and help in a way, talk what you, some knowledge of what you know. Maybe not today because we're nearing the end of this one, but
Oh yeah, but it does take a long time.
yeah.
Get
But like
into it.
that's why I've been wanting you on as well. Like I know you've got some interesting things to tell.
Yeah. Well, I do want to help people with addiction. Like, it's a big thing for me. You know, I suffered through my meth addiction, and it like destroyed my life. Like, absolutely ruined it. So like, I want to, and like, there's no way of like coming back from that destruction. Like, for the next 10 years at least, still. Like the financial destruction, the emotional destruction, the fact my family know about all of it, and things
Yep.
like that. So like, if I can prevent someone from destroying their life that much, or help someone who is on the track to doing that sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to. Like, anyone in their right mind should want to help someone if
Yeah.
they can. Like, you know.
Yep. Yeah, well that's why we're doing this. That's
Yeah.
half the reason we're doing this.
Yeah, well, I mean, it gives you something to do, and like, you know, like I've said, I listen to all of them. Like, I listen to it when I'm like cleaning,
Yep.
and like when I'm like doing the dishes and shit, and like it also makes me feel like I'm like involved in the conversation
Yes.
when I'm like not.
Yeah.
When I'm like just alone in the house.
Yeah. It's quite cool. I said to Aaron and Tommy and Cole that I love this for the fact that it's bringing me and my mates together consistently.
Yeah.
I'm always seeing Colt, quite often always seeing Aaron as well.
Yeah.
And then cause like one of the greatest ways when I need someone there is just to have my mates there, obviously.
Yeah.
And when there is times where that's not possible, like I'm at work or some shit, and I just need to kind of relax a bit, just listen to these podcasts, and I'm straight back listening to my mates again. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Even if this goes nowhere, it's so cool just to have.
Yeah, well, I mean, like a lot of the YouTubers and stuff say that, like I watch this guy, Jordan, and it's fishing and diving and things like that, and he says he doesn't even do it for the money necessarily.
Yeah.
He does it because he wants to have something that he can look back on and go, I can physically see that I was there, like all the memories are back and all that, and you can watch it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like,
That's it.
Technology's evolved to the point where a photograph is not useless, but it's like the photograph is just the beginning.
Yeah, it's nothing
Like,
in comparison to
yeah.
what we can do now.
Yeah, you can have like videos where people are alive again where they're dead. Like,
Yeah.
you can see them saying things to you and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's become incredible. It's insane how far it's come.
and then you've got the Michael Jackson hologram.
Yeah.
That's the next step. When I die, I want to be a hologram.
That'd be sick.
I want to be a hologram outside my house that's like set off by a motion sensor.
Yeah.
Saying, get off my lawn.
That old guy, get off my lawn. The pristine lawn all the time.
Well, I'm gonna be that old guy, but it's not gonna be a pristine lawn.
Yeah. Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
It's a fucking jungle. I don't care. It's mine.
It's my four-wheel drive park.
It's
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
Can't steal what you can't see.
I can't mow it anymore because there's too much shit under there that I can't see. I fucked the lawnmower.
Oh my god, I seized the fucking lawnmower the other day.
Yo.
I've been running it too long without any oil. It's just, honestly, I just
Seize
forgot.
the lawnmower.
Yeah. It's a 4-stroke lawnmower, so you just pour the oil in like you would a car. And, it's seized. Like, I can't even pull start it now. I tried to do it, and it ripped my shoulder out.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Rough. Rebuild, put a turbo on it.
Yep. Oh, it's fortunate. Nice. Well, it's like that moped that we had. It was turbo.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so cool. Like, I was expecting to get on and be like, man, like going down the road at like 30k with my fat ass on it. No, I jumped on it, man, 70. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I let off the throttle, like, it is I'm like, does the turbo sticker mean it's turbo? Does it? And I ripped it all apart and painted it and all that, and I found it and I was like, oh, spoolie boys.
Fuck yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. But now it's time to make the Subaru the next ridiculous thing.
Yep, can't wait for that.
Oh, same.
Web updates.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that.
Soon as the ATs are on it, as soon as like the muddies are on it, that'll be like, well, okay, well,
Yeah.
well. But like I want to put like basket on top, spotties on top, bash bar on the front. Like,
Just send it into the bush.
put some running boards on the side.
Yep.
Yeah. To pull the side skirts off, just put running boards on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fucking have side skirts on a car that's like,
Yeah, running boards. You need to step up into it.
yeah.
Step up into your Subaru.
What do you got? A Subaru Legacy? Oh, that shit ass. Yeah.
Rock up to the four-wheel drive meet with all the fucking Jeeps and shit.
See, that's my goal. Is I want to like rock up to all those sorts of things and like outperform. Like get a. Nate reckons that I can't build the Subi to get over Devil's Gate. And I was
Nah,
like,
easy.
easy peasy.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, it'll belly out. And I was like, no, bro, I've been four-wheel driving since I was like first got my license. First car was a Pajero.
Nah, it'd be easy to get over there once it's
Yeah.
lifted.
Well, first day of having my Pajero, that's what I did. I went over Devil's Gate.
Yep.
I was like, I want to try this out, so I went over Devil's Gate. I was like, that was cool.
Yeah.
Turned around, went back over it. Oh no,
Mate.
that's right. We like went around that little bay bit, parked up there in this little cove, had
Yep.
like a little fire going.
Yeah.
Made sausages.
Starts to become real soft sand after there.
Oh yeah, yeah, we found that out. We only just got out of there.
Yeah, I hate taking the bikes out there. 'Cause you just got to go. You stop, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Stop, you sink.
Yep. Well, that I can't wait to go back out in the bush. That's why I'm building the Subi the way I am, because I want to have it so I can sleep in the back
Yeah,
and comfortably,
it'd be sick.
well, semi-comfortably.
Can't wait.
But then I'll be like trying to convince everyone to come out into the bush in their cars.
Yeah. We were telling Aaron about going out to Orange Hut, and he was talking about taking the Crown out there, and I was like, nah, Bolt, there's no way you're getting up that hill.
No, imagine telling someone, oh, I took my Subaru Legacy up to the Orange Hut.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
What?
The photo of it out there would be so sick.
Yeah.
We'll just take out fucking stock suspension and shit, and we'll swap it all over out there.
Well, that's the thing. It is stock suspension that's going to be on it. It's just going to have 3-inch spacing billet blocks above the suspension into the body.
Oh, we'll just take them out.
Yeah,
Put it back down, take a
soft
photo.
ones on, and then, there you go. There you go. Bob's your uncle.
Got a load fucking car out there.
Yeah. A
I
lot of people
mean-
look at it and be like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
How you do that?
It's going to confuse a lot of people.
Yeah.
Take out the drags.
Just send to
Oh,
it.
see, I can't wait for that. Because everyone's got their sacked out Legacies and their
Yep.
sacked out Foresters and all this sort of stuff. And
You're
then,
gonna be fucking
of
lifted.
course, people are going to see it and be like, well, the people that don't know me are going to be like, who's that?
Yeah.
Everyone that knows me, even like the people that don't know I've got it, are going to be like, that's Dobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
We'll see
dope.
if the motor blows in it. I'm diesel swapping it. 3.1 out of an Isuzu Wizard.
Man,
Yeah, that's what I want.
that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Wonder if I could get the suspension out of it as well. Lift it, just lift the Subaru even further. But I don't want to lift it too far, otherwise, like when I corner, it'll be like.
Yeah.
Because you know, fucking with a Jeep center of gravity is completely different. to Fucking with a Subi center of gravity.
Yep. Definitely. Right, well, we might just wrap that up there. It's been just over an hour,
Oh yeah.
and then we normally end up talking for like another hour or two afterwards. Anyway,
Yeah.
it happens every time.
Yeah. Well, I'll
But-
probably have to jet soonish because the missus texts me. What time will you be home?
All right, yep. We'll wrap this up then.
Mm.
Cheers for being on.
Oh.
I'm stoked that you've come down to be on. It's been a while.
Oh, I love being on. I thought it was going to be like somewhat hard.
Nah, everyone has that idea in their head.
It's not. It's just like you're having a conversation.
You're
with
just
your
having a
mates
conversation.
and you don't even think about the fact that
No.
there's a microphone here and a camera there. I looked at the camera a couple times and I was like, is that on?
Yep.
Like, in my head thinking, like, is that on?
Yep.
Oh.
Now I quite often forget because I'm playing with the cameras too. Like I'm switching between views. I don't have to do any editing, and I quite often forget to continue doing this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm still getting the hang of it all.
Well, needless to say, even though I've been here for this, I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. I go through and listen to them all, but I normally give it like 2 weeks after I've said it. Otherwise, I get like 10 minutes in and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what was said because I was there for it live.
Yeah.
So I have to give it like 2 weeks and then re-listen just to make sure they're all good.
Nah, can you upload this so I can listen to it on my way home? No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
no shit. Like these normally like end up when I upload them, it's about 40 minutes after they happened is when they go
Really?
up. Yeah,
Fuck, that's
I
not
could
bad.
I can almost live stream it pretty much. I could just push a different button instead of
then you've got
record and
that-
it'll go
that
straight to
slight
YouTube.
delay, eh?
Yeah, it'd be like seconds of delay.
And then that live stream stays up as a recorded video, doesn't it?
Yep. So I could technically do that and end up with not having to like just having to sit here, press record, and press stop, and it would be up on YouTube. Yeah, it's like no editing, no uploading needed. I could do it like just like that.
I had to try out the old YouTubing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my 5th attempt.
Shit at it. And you're good at it. Like, you've got the editing down, you've got the music down, you've got the
It's because I've done it a
everything.
few times.
Yeah.
I spent quite a bit of time doing it and self-teach myself how to do heaps of stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Colt made the animation for this
That's cool.
and the logo and stuff.
Yeah.
And
That blew my mind when I saw it. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Like, I can't even, what? The first episode, what the hell? You're meant to be terrible at the start and get better, not be good from the beginning.
Nah, at the very start of my YouTubing life, like 10 years ago, I was definitely a lot more crap
I still
with my
have all the
uploads.
evidence of my YouTube up.
My channels are all
It's
still
just
up.
private.
All my stuff's still up public.
Oh, public.
Yeah, some of the videos are blew up,
Oh, yeah.
but I got a few thousand views on some videos. But the channel itself never went anywhere when I was active in it.
I remember
But-
one day I got excited because I got a comment on it.
Yeah.
2 years after I posted it. And it was like a Stepmania video because I love those rhythm games. Like, so
Yep.
good. So good. And I used to record myself playing them. Got to like Asian level, man. Like, honestly, where I'm hitting the keyboard like 1,000 times a minute.
yeah.
Like, just tick, 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 tick. And yeah, got pretty good at it now. Just haven't played it in years.
Yep.
But I still reckon I could pick it up and just like that muscle
Yeah.
memory. I played it for 7 years. Like while I was playing World of Warcraft, I was also playing that game.
Yep.
So I'd like be streaming World of Warcraft on Twitch and then play Stepmania and record that for YouTube.
Yep.
Thinking I'm like big baller man, and I'm like, yeah, I got 2 subscribers.
yeah.
One of them is me. The other one.
Hey, I got I didn't get big. I got fairly known in amongst the community of one of the channels I was uploading to once, and like I once met a fan of mine in Dunedin. I did a
What?
trip down and he had like got in touch with me, and so I caught up with him. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet. That was with my motorbike channel. I was a motovlogger at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Well, I reckon they'd be awesome if, like, say for example, this podcast takes off, and all of a sudden you're just like knowing through the, what do you want to call it, alternative scene.
Yeah.
Like drags and like
Yeah.
people who live sort of like slightly skewed lifestyles.
Yeah.
Like just a little bit different, not Betty with their white picket fences. But
Yes.
Like, whoever else, like all the misfits.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be a popular. If it could spread through there. Have
Well-
you tried posting it on Facebook?
Not yet. We've got Instagram and TikTok at the moment,
Oh, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
gotten views on TikTok.
Yeah,
It's just this year getting them to come over to this side to view the rest of this.
yeah.
But
Well, see,
it's getting there.
On that note, I'm like looking to get back into my photography.
Yeah.
And like, I jumped on the old Dobby's Boobies Instagram.
Yeah.
And I saw you mentioned me in the story. And
Yeah.
I was like trying to figure out how to work the Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, trying to view it. I was like, what is it? And I googled, what is a story on Instagram?
What is the story? I love it, man. I love it.
And then that's when I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting old. And then I stood up groaning, so I was like, yeah, I'm old.
I do that every day.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Mate, honestly, the amount of driving I do, you'd think I'd be comfortable sitting down, but I'm not. Like, what, it'll be hour and a half, hour 45 minutes from here back home, and I do that. I do an hour and a half twice a week there and back, hour and a half there, hour and a half back, to see Emily twice a week. And any other times I come down, like I'm driving and drive to drop the kids off. You know what, my back still hurts.
Yeah, my back got pretty sore when I was travelling to and from Woodville every day, especially when I drove the Ute. That was a bumpy ride.
Oh,
That was hell.
I can imagine.
She's not a long distance car.
No.
Not at all.
My Ute, I almost killed myself driving. I had an L200 single cab, but it was cut on the back chassis. They cut 500mm off the chassis and then pulled the tailgate in and like pulled it in like 500. And what else did they do? Oh, they took the steering wheel out, so I made one. I bent some steel rod, and welded it into what represented a circle, and then welded another rod, and then welded that onto the nut on the steering column.
Yeah.
That was my steering wheel.
Nice.
They took
Safe
the seats
as.
out of it, so I took my seats out of my B4 Legacy and screwed straight through the body to secure the rails to the floor. And there was zero exhaust, so it was like headers, open flange. So
loud as fuck.
loud as fuck.
Yeah.
Loud as fuck. But like also fumey as fuck.
Yeah, fill the cab up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like the windows didn't work.
Oh,
So,
no.
like, they were permanently up, and like I'm driving back from Palmerston North, doing a job in Palmerston North, drive the Ute back, and I'm like falling asleep before even Otaki,
Yeah.
and I'm like swerving in the road and shit, and a cop pulls me over. You know, it was that bad, and he like pulls
Shit.
me over. I'm like all grey and shit, and he's like, "Bro, you need to get out of the car. Like, you look yuck." And I like got out of the car, and he like bought me a coffee from across the road and all this sort of stuff.
Shit.
He was like, "Your car smells like fumes. You need to get it sorted out," and then pink stickered it. And then,
Fair enough, though. Jeez.
Yeah, but then I kept driving it.
Yeah.
Drove it all the way to Upper Hutt through the Ackers.
Yeah.
Doing a little odd drifties every now and then.
Yeah.
Rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I got caught by another cop. And he was pulling out of the police station. So
Oh, unlucky.
yeah, so like he made me. He was like, "Where do you live?" I was like, "Tarla." And he's like, "I'm not driving you all the way out there." And I was like, "I didn't ask you to." And he's like, "Well, with that sort of attitude, you can go park your car at Burger King, Burger King down the road, and I don't want to see you drive it." I was
Oh.
like, "Well, it's gonna get fucking stolen, isn't it?" He's like, "This piece of shit, no."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh.
"Fuck you, dude."
What a dick. What a dick.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Better message.
Oh, the stories you have, man.
Oh man, yeah.
All right.
There's heaps.
Wrapping it up. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the unknown something else. So actually we got the domain for everything, so it's pretty cool.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, sick! I'm gonna follow you guys on TikTok too.
I mean, I'm just
TikTok,
putting
yeah.
clips up on them, so
Oh, me.
it's quite good.
Me.
So yeah. Thanks for being on, Dobbs.
Well, no problem. Like, this has been so much fun.
Have you on whenever you want.
Happily do it again.
Main.
Yeah.
Main.
Got lots of stories.
Lots.
Go off topic a lot.
It's alright. Alright, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll have our tomorrow podcast. Me and Colt went on an adventure yesterday, so we're going to talk about that. Look forward to that. And we see y'all next time.
Bye.
See y'all later.